Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Study Hall with Steven Alves. In this episode, we're going to discuss some improvements the Portland Trailblazers could have made in Game 5 of the Western Conference Semifinals, along with some aspects of Damian Lillard's game. Please make sure you go and like and subscribe and comment to all of the platforms, Instagram SwaggyS5 and NBA Study Hall, and on Twitter Steven the GM. Alright, so we're going to jump right into this. Here we go. Alright, so in this first play, we're going to see Dame come down and call for a screen from Al-Farouq. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the space in between Gary Harris and Paul Millsap that Aminu is creating with the screen. So if I'm Dame, I think that I'd probably go in between those two defenders and split them. Reason being is because Nikola Jokic won't be fast enough to catch up to you if you're going towards the basket. He's really the only person that can help with that. So if I'm Dame, it's like I have an easy layup and easy dunk if I do that. But instead, he's going to go, step back. It's going to be a tough one over Paul Millsap, right? Paul Millsap's a good defender. So I thought this was pretty important to show because of how often Manu Ginobili used to split defenders when he used to play in the NBA. So this was in the 2011 playoffs, and you see here DeJuan Blair is going to come set the screen on Tony Allen. So Manu's going to look, and he's going to split Tony Allen and Zach Randolph to get to the basket. Because he knows when he gets down there, the help's going to have to come, and either Grievous Vasquez is going to have to come stop him, or he's going to have a wide open Tony Parker in the corner for three. And points in the playoffs are just too hard to come by. So when you can make it easier for yourself and easier for your teammates, you just need to be able to do that. Alright, so what we're going to see in this play is we're going to see Dame reject this screen right here from Enes Kanter. So he's going to try to go baseline towards the basket. Al-Farouq is going to realize that and try to cut with Dame to go and try to go get the easy layup. So let's watch this right here. And turnover. Okay, so why is this a turnover? Let's run it back real quick. So what Aminu should have done is cut straight down the middle instead of going on the outside of Jamal Murray because he needs to make himself available for that pass from Dame. Because what happens is if he cuts straight down the middle, the defense doesn't have as much time as they have if he cuts outside to go and set up and load up on Dame, which makes the pass easier, which allows him to either catch it and get fouled or finish over the top. So on this one, the Blazers are going to hit Dame for a shot out of a high post handoff from Kanter. So what I want to highlight right here is the amount of options that Dame has available when he takes a shot. It's a tough shot, right? And as we discussed earlier, it's better to get the easy opportunities in the playoffs when you have them than to go after these hard ones. Because what happens is you keep on testing yourself and you find yourself eventually in a hole, right? So when you look at this right here, look at who we have open. So when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at Aminu over there in the opposite wing. I feel like he should get that ball so he can go and skip it to the corner to Rodney Hood. Because Jamal Murray, after Paul Millsap goes and closes out on Aminu when he gets the ball, won't be able to go and react quick enough to get to Rodney Hood. He's just too far away. And so let's say hypothetically he can go get to Rodney Hood. When he rotates over, then that leaves Enes Kanter able to go straight towards the basket for an easy layup and an easy dump-off pass. You just have to be able to make the game easier for yourself. So Dame being Dame makes this shot and it's a 4-point play, but it's still a tough one to hit. So on this play right here, we're going to see this double screen for Dame. So as soon as the defense and Paul Millsap goes and hedges on Dame like that, Aminu needs to be cutting straight towards the free throw line. Reason being, Dame can hit him for that, and Aminu can either go in for a layup if Jokic decides to stay attached to Enes Kanter, or he can hit Enes Kanter over the top for an easy layup. Instead, he doesn't, and it's hard for Dame to make a move, ends up turning into a turnover, which is 2 points for the Denver Nuggets. Alright, so the sole purpose of this clip here is just to show you can't take bad shots against a team like this. Right, the first thing Jokic is doing is he's looking directly up the court to outlet pass to anybody that can go and score. He's not looking to go bring the ball down. He's not looking to give it to somebody like Will Barton right there to bring the ball down for him. He's looking for a direct scoring opportunity. And when you take bad shots against a team like this, it's basically a turnover. So this plays in here solely to show how dangerous it can be when you take tough shots against a player that can outlet pass with that ability. So you see Kevin Love here, he's looking straight up the court, right? He has no concern for anything else that's going on around him. Kyrie's sitting there getting hit, falling on the ground. Kevin Love probably doesn't even know what's happening because his target is 94 feet in front of him because he has that ability to make that pass. So Kevin Love's looking up, hits LeBron for the dunk. And it's just so hard to win games when you're taking tough shots against teams with players that can outlet pass like that. All right, so right there. All right, so run that back. All right, so when you see Dame come and set the screen right here, he has to set that screen harder and fully commit to it, right? Because what happens is now CJ can't go and drive towards the basket because Malik Beasley's able to come over the top of the screen. And so what happens is now you miss an opportunity to hit Zach Collins after Jokic comes up and helps, which would either A, be an easy layup for Zach Collins, or B, would draw Mason Plumlee out for the help and leave Cantor wide open underneath the basket. So instead, the play develops, and as you see, it's just a tough shot by Collins, and they just really can't get anything. I mean, luckily Cantor was bailed out on that foul, but it's just tough. It really is tough. All right, so what do we have on this play? All right, so you see Cantor coming and setting the screen. Dame's coming off that screen thinking shot, but he sees to his right that Seth Curry's open. So what Malik Beasley does, he does a good job of rotating over to cover the shot, and Seth goes, dribbles to the opposite wing. It's just this, the play's just broken, and now it gets a little tough because it's a one-on-one ISO in the post, and then you have Paul Millsap coming over to help. So bring that back. Okay, so now what I'm looking at here is if I'm Dame, I'm going to ball fake once to Seth Curry, not pass it to him just to get Malik Beasley to come up, and I'm going to hit CJ McCollum, and I'm going to have CJ swing it one over to the right to Al-Farouq Aminu. So what that does is now it's going to do one of two things. Either A, Paul Millsap's going to have to go help out on Aminu, and he's going to leave Cantor wide open underneath the basket, or Aminu can go and shoot that. He's shooting about 35% from that corner, and he's going to be able to hopefully knock that down, right? Because it's going to be a late contest from Paul Millsap. So this play right here is a lot to the credit of both Dame and CJ. So Dame's going to go and split that screen from Cantor after the Iverson cut from CJ. So as Dame's going, CJ is recognizing what Dame's doing, and he knows that Malik Beasley is too occupied on Dame going towards the basket. So he's going to go towards the corner. So what that's going to do is he's going to get himself open. So if Dame is too crowded, he's going to be able to hit CJ in the corner for three. And this play was just so important, right? You know, getting some momentum with 5 minutes left going into the half. They're down 11, down double digits. They just need to be able to string together some good offensive possessions. And that's what Dame and CJ were able to do right here. All right, so in this play, we're going to see Dame's first reaction is to look over the top for the mismatch within this Cantor, right? But Cantor can't catch the ball because there's not enough space for him to catch it with Murray fronting him like that. So Dame looks at another mismatch, and he sees Rodney Hood in the corner being guarded by Paul Millsap. So Rodney Hood has options, right? He can either take it here and finish it, or he can hit Aminu in the corner. And what I'm looking at here is, so the red is Rodney taking it in, and the black is Rodney potentially passing it to Aminu in the corner. With Cantor down low like that, Jamal Murray can't handle him by himself. So Garrett Harris has to come help. So no matter what, that corner is going to be open. So that's just a credit to the Trailblazers here, finding multiple ways and multiple options to go and be able to score the basketball in that possession. The NBA is all about mismatches and who's guarding you, and the Trailblazers did a perfect job at taking advantage of that. Alright, so right here, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a couple of things. This is a similar play to the one we saw earlier, but I'm looking at Dame talking to the ref mid-play about the foul. I'm looking at Jokic with his eyes up. Right, so I think they kind of go hand in hand. The play's already over, the ref won't call the foul, so there's no point in sitting there trying to talk to him about it, especially mid-play. Everybody needs to get back when you're playing against a team like Denver, where Jokic is involved, because the ball is going to go straight out ahead, and they're going to have a mismatch against you. So you need to make sure you get as many people back as possible in transition so you can avoid them having easy opportunities to the basket, just like Jamal Murray has right there for three. 8 times out of 10 he's knocking that down. Alright, so earlier I showed Kevin Love, but I think it's important to go and mention Wes Unseld in this segment too. Reason being, he's the granddaddy of throwing those long outlet passes, right? So right there you see Gus Williams misses a really tough shot. So what does he do? Unseld gets the ball, first thing he's doing is looking forward. He wants to throw the ball on the head. And his teammates know that, so they're going to leak out. So you see him passing it to Elvin Hayes. Elvin Hayes gets fouled. It's probably going to end up being 2 points, and they went on to go win that game and win the 1978 NBA championship. So here we go right here. So you're going to see Myers Leonard come up and do this handoff on top of Dame, right? So if I'm Dame, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing it back over to Myers Leonard. Multiple reasons. Not only is he shooting about 39% from 3 in the postseason, so he's more than capable of making them, but it's going to create other options, right? So when he gets it, the defense knows they have to close out because they know he's a shooter. So that's going to leave Rodney Hood over there wide open so he can pop out to the corner. But let's say Rodney Hood doesn't want to pop out to the corner. That's fine. He doesn't have to. All he would have to do is move up just a little bit. So to make it easier for you guys to understand, the black is pass, the red is to move for offense, and then the blue is the defense, right? So what's important here is for Hood just to be patient and just wait for Jokic to come over and rotate to guard Hood in the post after he gets the ball. Because what that's going to do is that's going to leave Zach Collins wide open underneath the basket, diving towards it. And so Hood should just be able to hit him in stride and he can have an easy dunk. Instead, it ended up being a tough shot for Seth Curry and not a great quality possession. Thank you for tuning in to the second episode of Study Hall. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. Make sure you guys go follow all of our social media. Steven the GM on Twitter, NBA Study Hall on Instagram, also SwagGS5 on Instagram as well. I'm looking forward to doing more of these and see how these playoffs unfold. So thank you, and let me know if there's anybody you guys want to see coming up. Any concepts you want me to cover specifically. I'm more than willing to go and listen and see what we can come up with. All right. So thank you.